Hello, thanks for coming back for part 4 on our series on posture and some ways to try and work on correcting some postural dysfunction. Today we're going to talk about lower thoracic spine. A lot of us are in that excessively anteriorly tilted posture, where if we're in that posture we tend to be a little bit tilted through our pelvis and we tend to throw our ribs into a little bit of extension or throw our belly out, and these guys tend to get stiff and lock up. We don't breathe very well and then we don't rotate very well. One thing the low back doesn't like is rotation. Your lower ribs or your thoracic spine especially rotate. You have 12 vertebrae to do that. So if we're stiff through those lower guys, we might leak into our low back and that can cause some problems. Both from a pain or an injury standpoint, but can certainly affect performance as well. Certainly can affect breathing, and breathing is very functional. We need to do it every day. So we want to make sure that we get those lower ribs and that lower thoracic spine to start to open up and free up and move a little bit better, so that we can start to correct posture both from below with our rolling and starting to get our glutes to fire, as well as from above, working our thoracic spine and then into some breathing. So a nice way to start into this is to just lay on your side. You're going to have those knees stacked. If you need to put something between to squeeze it, if it's a bit uncomfortable, that's fine. You can have a towel in there and you can have a pillow under your head if you're not comfortable being in this position. Absolutely fine. You're going to get your shoulders through. And I just use my hand to monitor this. I'm not holding it down. I'm going to squeeze my knees to keep my knees together. That helps protect my low back. So then when I give my rotation, it's more for my thoracic spine. So I'm going to use breathing to help me get there. I'm going to think about a nice full breath into my lower ribs toward the ceiling. And then as I let that breath go, I'm just going to make sure I kind of gently encourage my ribs to come with me. I'm just making sure I don't feel that leg slide, that I keep them stacked. And then I'm just letting gravity do the work and I'm not forcing anything. I'm going to ratchet this a bit, so I'm going to come forward a little bit to breathe in again to create some space. And as I let that breath out, just kind of maybe encourage those ribs to come a little bit more with me, but not really forcing anything and really just letting gravity do the work for me. And I may stay there a little bit, just breathing normally before I come forward again with a full breath, and then just trying to let myself get there and gently encouraging those ribs to come along. So just make sure your knees stay stacked, that you're squeezing them, protecting your lower back, letting gravity do the work, and getting the little bit of help down here and using breathing to get you there. You're probably going to do 2 sets of 5 on each side. If you find one side a little bit more restricted, often people are, you can spend a little bit more time or do an extra set on that side that's a little stiff. Take your time, let gravity work, nice, easy, smooth breathing, and just work at gently increasing that mobility. We're not trying to force anything. Shouldn't be in pain doing this stuff. So take your time, work on each side, try and start to get that lower thoracic spine, those lower ribs to start to open up and move a bit better. That will help us correct posture again from both the bottom but also from the top and getting into this more neutral position.